Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. In my last video, somebody suggested that I believe this wagon here that I call Loch Ness is a parts car, and I should probably treat it as such. I think the comment was somewhere along the lines of, if it costs more to fix it than it's worth, once all the fixing is done, then it's a parts car. Well, I mean, we all have different opinions of what a parts car is, and man, most of the cars I have can be considered or used as parts cars. I kind of look at a parts car as the car costs me less than what I could sell all the parts for. So if I buy a car for $500 and the car has $1,000 worth of parts, well, that's a parts car. I make money on parting that car out. However, you can take most cars and make them serviceable and useful, and those cars be a better car than a car that maybe you can purchase for $5 or $8 or $10,000. So I guess my kind of perspective on whether or not a car is a parts car is, hey, after I fix it, even though it may not be worth what I got into it. So if I bought a car for $1,000 and I put $1,000 worth of parts in there and it's a $2,000 car, can I sell that car for $2,000? In most cases, I can. However, if it's a car that I'm considering keeping, can I buy a car in better condition for less money? That's kind of what I look at when I think, is this car worth fixing? So after I clean up and fix this particular car here, can someone purchase a car that will be in better condition than this one? You know, so that's kind of how I look at it. And in the long, I guess, opinion of it, I may take this car that I have all the parts to fix already and fix this car with maybe 30 hours into it. If I take 30 hours, I multiply that by $100, cut it in half, that's $1,500 worth of time. The car cost me X amount of dollars. I might put another, few $100s in it to clean it up or whatever. Can I sell that car for more money than I have in it, or for the parts plus labor? And I guess the answer is probably yes. T5 turbo wagons are desirable vehicles. I get people contact me all the time. Hey Robert, do you know where I can buy a T5 wagon? Well, I mean, I could fix this car, clean it up, and get my money back out of it. I don't think I'd have any problem at all. Now, for most people, and in my case, I kind of think of, is a car, one, safe after it would be fixed? So in a situation like that, if there's a car that has a lot of or excessive rust, I could fix that car up, and because it's a rusty vehicle, because a lot of the structural integrity of the vehicle is not good in case it gets into an accident, I shouldn't fix that car. So that to me would make it a parts car. I've purchased cars that had so much work done to them wrong that it would take so much time and effort to get it right that I decided, hey, I don't want to fix this car. I'll just take the parts off of it and scrap the rest of it. are there enough of those vehicles that people are, just not that interested in them? And there have been some cars that, I could have probably fixed and serviced and sold for more than I paid for it or more than I had into it, but I just didn't have the time and wanted to put the effort into it. Another thing is, if the car has just too much wrong with it, it has a bad engine, a bad transmission, and it has body damage. Body damage is something that I really don't want to get into fixing in my driveway unless I can replace panels. I had a car that got a lot of front end damage, and I was able to get that car fixed for less than the insurance company gave me for it. So in that case, the car wasn't scrapped. Plus, it was a very desirable model. So you see, most of the cars I have, they're either T5s or they're Rs. People have a desire to have these vehicles, and they still have value. So, that's kind of where I stand on whether or not a car is worth fixing. I mean, you guys have seen me scrap a couple of cars, took parts off of them because they just wasn't worth fixing. At the end of the day, I couldn't get my money out of them. People didn't have a desire to have them, and those cars were cars to be salvaged. So that's kind of my take and feel on whether or not a car is worth fixing. So if a car is solid and after being repaired, would it maybe possibly be a better vehicle than one that somebody would spend twice the money on? Like, for instance, I would rather have a T5 wagon in good running condition and looks like it's good condition cosmetically than have a $10,000 Honda or a $10,000 Toyota Camry. That's just me. So that's kind of where I am with that. I appreciate your comment. These are my opinions of it, and I hope that makes sense. Have a great day. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.